Oh, come on. Oh. Seriously, I went to film school and I still can't focus a camera. I don't really know how to be a vlogger, but I'll give it a go. 2020. This was meant to be a big year for me. I had plans to hopefully go to New York by the end of the year. I was going to do Aesthetica Film Festival. And here we are in the middle of a pandemic. So I kind of figured, right, because I can't work in film whilst we are all stuck inside, I thought I'm going to start a website, I'm going to start a blog, and I'm going to start a vlog called Lost in Isolation, which is me basically recommending movies to you whilst we're all in lockdown to hopefully stop you from going stir crazy. When I am not working as a filmmaker, I actually look after a pony. I've got a lovely rescue horse called Sally. Originally I would be going to see her every day, but I can't. I also can't do any film work because I can't go out and work with a crew. So I am literally stuck inside like the rest of the country, going a bit mad. So I thought I'd start this and I would basically recommend to you movies. Today I thought it's my first video, don't really know how to be a vlogger, so I thought I'll just do something nice and easy today and we'll see how it goes. And I did actually have another video planned the other day, but silly me deleted all of the footage by accident. Please give me a chance. I'm really dyslexic, so I'll probably pronounce names wrong and, you know, I've got a bit of a lisp. Just give me a chance, okay? I'll try my best. So I thought, whilst we're in lockdown, I think it's important that we take this opportunity to relax. I mean, we're now literally in a situation where the government and the world is basically saying, stay home and watch movies. And I think now is also an important time to actually really appreciate all of the creatives out there. Can you imagine being in this lockdown if we didn't have movies, if we didn't have music, if we didn't have computers, iPads, phones, TV, smart TVs, Amazon Prime, DVDs, videos, do you know what I mean? We would literally go mad. So I'll just take this opportunity to say thank you to all of the artists out there because you are really keeping us going through this. And one film that really relaxes me is Psycho. Now, you're probably all thinking, really? Why would a film like that relax you? I am a die-hard Psycho fan, to the point where I love the movie, and I'll get into that in a minute, but I actually bought a piece of artwork in February of the Bates Motel. I actually bought a piece of artwork back in February of the Bates Motel and Norman Bates's house. I love Psycho so much that I even read the book in a day. Now, it's not the biggest of books, it's only 124 pages. I think this just kind of, maybe I'm psychotic, maybe I'm Norma Bates. Now, I actually love Hitchcock's movies, and he is one filmmaker, or auteur if you like, because he is basically. I have always watched his films through. I've never switched off one of his movies halfway through. I love The Birds, I love Rear Window, I love North by Northwest. Basically, this is the film that I watch where if I can't get to sleep at night oh my god. Is anyone else just bricking it when they cough at the moment, or feel a little bit hot? Because I am. But this is the film that I watch that if I can't get to sleep at night, I will put on Psycho and I am out like a light. Anyway, the story of Psycho follows a woman who is wanting to get away from the town that she lives in Nevada, and she sort of makes this plan at work one day that she's going to take £40,000 of cash that a seller has brought in to the real estate agent where she works, and she takes the money and she decides to leave Nevada to go and pursue a love affair. While she is driving out of Nevada, she is followed by a police officer who's a little bit suspicious to why she's in such a hurry. She ends up buying a car on the way to wherever it is that she's going to, so people basically don't follow her and can't find her. It's all very shady, it's all a little bit dodgy, they're all a little bit weirded out by her. She decides to stop overnight one night because the night before she falls asleep in her car, and obviously that's where she's found by the police officer. So she gets caught up in a rainstorm and she ends up taking a side road up to this little motel called the Bates Motel. She is greeted by Norman Bates himself. She is murdered by someone in the shower. You've probably seen the very famous Psycho scene. Obviously she's killed, and Norman Bates finds her and he puts her in the boot of a car and basically chucks her into a lake. The rest of the story basically unfolds about who killed her, and her partner who she's having an affair with and her sister go looking for her when a detective goes missing as well. Now, I'm not going to give any spoilers because you really should watch this movie if you haven't seen it, so I'll just leave it at that and go on to characters. Now, Norman Bates. You've probably heard about Norman Bates. He is a very famous character in thriller. He owns the Bates Motel and he cares for his mother, Norma Bates. Norman Bates has been developed like 3 more times. I know that he was in Psycho 2, but they then made a remake of Psycho with Vince Vaughn playing him. And then you've probably seen it on Netflix, but there is now a TV series called Bates Motel, which follows the story of a young Norman Bates with his mother, Norma Bates. Now, Norman Bates is very charming, yet very creepy. And I think this is one reason why I actually find the film so relaxing, because I love old movies, I love black and white films, and it's a very quiet film. There's not a whole lot of dialogue throughout the movie, and when there is dialogue it's all very quiet and very civilly spoken. I just like love him as a character. I wouldn't want to meet him, god no, but I'm not going to go into too much about him because I don't want to give too much of the story away. Now, Marion Crane is the character of the woman who gets murdered in the shower. She was played by Janet Leigh, L-E-I-G-H. This is what I mean, I'm dyslexic, I don't know how to pronounce it. But because she's Jamie Lee Curtis's mother, I'm gonna go with Lee. Anyway, she plays Marion in the film, and I love Janet Leigh. She is beautiful, she is a great actress, and her performance was absolutely fantastic in the film. I kind of feel like her character was very likeable, but I kind of disliked her as well, simply because she stole like £40,000 off someone. But at the same time, there was something so like vulnerable about her throughout the movie, and and I've got to say, for a woman of her time, because it's set in the 60s, she was very ballsy to just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna take £40,000 and, you know, fuck off, as it were. I love this. I'm just gonna say something that's on the back of this book. So this copy of Psycho is actually a 1963. But I love that, like, on the back it says that this book is not to be read at night, especially if you are alone, especially not at night. Psycho is not for the queasy stomachs. Every chapter has the smash and impact of a pile driver. The climax, sheer unadulterated terror, shocks the reader like a gruesome nightmare. Like, I love how, like, even books back in the 1960s were just like, don't read this book. It is creepy, it is eerie, and for a thriller in the 1960s, it was really shocking for its time. One thing that I love about this film, going back to talking about how it's so quiet, is that music. It's almost more like a sound effect more than music. Back in olden times, music and sound really drove the jump scares and the moments to be frightened in cinema. Take a look at Halloween. You know, every single time we know that Michael Myers is lurking about, there's that like sudden quick piano music. And in Psycho, it's just that wincing sound, and it really does jump you because everything is so quiet. In that scene where you just see this shadow come behind her in the shower, it is quiet and it is very tense, and then suddenly it's just this like noise, and like it is, oh, I just love it. Such a great movie. Please go give it a watch. Hitchcock made fantastic films, and I just thought I'd keep this video easy today because it's my first one. Over these next like couple of weeks, just gonna test the waters and see if you actually like watching my content, and I will carry on. I will be putting up reviews on my blog as well. I'm launching my website in 3 days time. It's going to be www.lostinisolation.com. Yes, the name that I have picked is a www.lostinisolation.com. I will be launching my Instagram this evening as well, so you can follow me on there, Twitter, my website, and of course YouTube. Now, if you have any recommendations of what you would like me to talk about, or even any movies that you would like me to watch and give a review on, please just let me know. I am going to be doing like themes over the next couple of weeks. I know that there are a lot of women right now who have recently given birth or are very close to giving birth, and this is a really scary time to be going into hospital, giving birth by yourself, and then coming home to have no visitors whatsoever. So I thought next week I might do a video of top 5 best movies to watch just after you've had a baby, just to keep those lovely women, you know, relaxed, calm, nice, happy films that you can watch with your little newborn. And I do have a video planned for 2 weeks time, which is going to be my top 5 favourite films about musicians. Let me know what you think of this video today. If I'm crap, just tell me to stop now. If you think that this is something you would enjoy watching over the next few weeks, months, maybe even years, who knows. Take care of yourselves, keep your hands washed, don't go outside unless it's essential, and watch movies. Thank you for watching today. Please subscribe, please follow me, and take care of yourself, guys, and I'll see you in a couple of days.